Today we will be making the wrench from Team Fortress 2.
These are things you'll need: hot glue, straight edge, measuring tape, pen, scissors, box cutter, masking tape, cardboard, spray paint, and a silver sharpie. You will also need some wire flex tubing. First, I started out by making the handle, and then just doing some measurements to see what would work better. Just trying to make it look as close as the actual thing is. Then I started cutting it out. You need to do this 3 times, and you have to glue them together to get the right thickness, and so it doesn't just flop around all over the place. Then you want to make the extra handle bit that goes out. You're going to make 2 of those. Then you glue all those together. So it should be like at most 5 cardboard layers thick with all of them glued together. You want to clean up the edges a bit if there's any imperfections that you need to fix. You want to start covering up those perforations with thin cardboard. I was using a Reese's Puffs box because it has thin cardboard and it's easier to work with than like the weird paper stuff on cardboard. It's way easier to cut and glue on. I don't really know if I would recommend hot glue because that creates mass and a little crevice. So super glue I don't think would work. I think Elmer's glue might work, but that might be hard with the perforations. And you want to keep covering those perforations because there's a lot of perforations on this piece. Also, that little bit right above the handle I forgot to film, I think. But that's just a little bit that holds the flex tubing in place. And you want to cut out 2 rectangles that also holds the flex tubing we're going to put in later. You just want to cut out pieces to fill out all the space. Also, if you hear my dog snoring, that's my dog. You want to start gluing those together. And then start adding more things to... I don't know how to describe this. Just add things until it looks right. That's all my props are. Just adding cardboard to cardboard until it looks like a prop. That's basically all the instruction you need for these. Just put cardboard on cardboard and then bing bang boom, you got yourself a prop. And you want to get your wire flex tubing and cut it to size and glue it in there. Be careful when gluing because there's not a lot of space to glue the wire flex tubing on. but yeah. Also, I guess be careful with the hot glue because it gets all those stringy bits. You could use those for cobwebs for Halloween if you want, but they don't look good on props. So try to get rid of as many of those as you can, or else your prop will look like it's covered in spider webs. And you still want to cover up all the perforations. A lot of this prop is covering up perforations, or at least that's what it felt like doing this. I would make some progress and I'm like, oh, I gotta film the perforations. Can you tell that I don't like doing perforations? Then you want to start making the jaw of the wrench. Is that the technical term for the thing I'm making right now? I don't know, but yeah, it's the bottom jaw. Um, you couldn't see, but I did air quotes of the wrench. You want to make two of those, and then this. There's also a little bit. There's like that right there. That goes under the jaw of it. So I just cut out some little squares of cardboard to make that. And no, I did not make it so the jaws could open and close. Because I would had a lot more time to this prop, and I just really wanted to be done with it. One, because this is part of my Halloween costume, and two, it was taking up a lot of space on my camera, and also I wanted to work on other things, but I couldn't because this was taking up like all the space. Oh yeah, covering perforations again. Is it obvious that I don't like covering perforations? You want to make three of those like smaller jaw bits so it covers in just I don't know how to describe this. But you need three of those and then glue them together. I mean, there's many different ways you can make this. If you wanted to hit someone with this, I'd recommend making it out of foam so it doesn't hurt. And because cardboard is stiffer than foam, it would not feel good to get hit by this. One, because it would probably break, and that hurts emotionally. And two, it probably would just hurt physically. And also, no, I do not plan out my projects at all. If you're wondering, uh, I usually just wing it because I don't have time to make plans for it. I just go at it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you never see those videos that don't work. Um, and if it doesn't work, and I really want to make that prop, I'll just try again later. Oh yeah, also covering more perforations. Okay, and then you want to start making the top jaw, I guess, of the wrench. And you want to start cutting that out. You need like 5 of those. And then you just need to glue them all together, cover perforations, and then just basically slap it on top of there. It'd probably be better if you did some reinforcing there, because right now is like the weakest part of the whole build. But if you had some like barbecue skewers to add like a quote unquote skeleton, it would probably stay on better and be more sturdy. You just want to glue that on, and then you're basically done. With the building part of it, and then you just need to paint it. So I went over it with a black. I did 2 coats on both sides. Then I started masking everything that wasn't the handle, and I really could have just like masked like half of it and it would have been fine, but I just didn't want to repaint this ever, because it's just taken a long time to make this, so I just didn't want to repaint that, because that's a whole day of waiting for paint to dry. And once I masked all that off, I hit the handle with like a brown to give that like that wood look on both sides. I unmasked everything, and it was a pretty clean paint job. Some black paint did come off, but I just used a paint pen. You could also use a sharpie to just get rid of those imperfections. Then I went over it with like a copper paint, and then went over it with a black to give like a rusty type look. Because in game, the engineer's wrench is very dirty. And then I went over the edges with a silver Sharpie that was not expired, just to give it a little more wear, because I just think it really needed it. And the engineer's whacking his buildings and everyone with it. I mean, it's got to have some wear and tear on it. Then I got a Sharpie and did 2 little dots to look like screws. And then you're finished. It's done. Now you can make some sentries and get those sentries sapped by spies. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.